CBS 46 News presents Public Affairs on Peach.
It's summertime and the living is hot but easy. And good morning to you. Welcome to Public Affairs on Peach. I'm your host this morning, Adam Murphy. Doesn't this look divine? Wow, today we are talking about summer entertaining and how you can make the most of your next backyard barbecue. Joining me now, the legendary Sean O'Keefe.
Good
Welcome
morning.
back to the program.
Thank you. How are you?
Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Pleasure's mine, sir. Thank you.
Doing great. So we want to know what you have here, what the key to a successful, entertaining backyard barbecue is.
All right, so for me, the most important thing when entertaining at home is to make our guests feel as welcome as possible. And as we all know now, it's so hot, like it's just getting really hot. And you want to have a drink or a beverage that's available for all members of the family. So I like to do an impressive fruit punch. This simply lemonade with cranberry juice and pineapple juice.
Looks delicious.
It's simple. It's simple. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of ginger ale in there. And it's good for the whole family, you know?
That's right.
The problem with punches, small ice cubes dilute the punch, and they add it, it's too watery, and then eventually it doesn't keep it cold. What I've done is make a very large ice ring. So it's got blueberries and sliced fruit and pineapple and herbs from the garden. It just sits directly in the fruit punch roll here.
Oh, nice.
And it's simple. It
Yeah,
looks
very
pretty. It
nice.
adds a nice level of decoration to the whole thing. And summer is all about garage sailing and getting ready and things like that for parties. So this is sort of a collection of things that I found recently. So the punch bowl, I think, was at an estate sale. A collection of glasses so everyone feels nice. A little topper for Dad for Father's Day.
Very
sort
good.
of a self-serve
finisher,
a little floater on
Important,
punch. A little
yes.
important for Dad. This, from my friends at Going Green Lanterns, this is an incredible little fruit display with crackers on the bottom. It's a great cheese board.
nice.
It separates. Easy flowers for the family to do. This is just, you know, my leftover wine bottles from like yesterday. And things the kids can put together, but then also making sure that we do it so people are welcome into the backyard. Over here in the front, what we've done is just picked a bright tablecloth that matches one of the flowers in the flower display,
Okay.
and then set a table for two. So in theory, you and I would sit down now for some punch, or if this was all edible flowers, it would be fun to do that as well.
Sure.
And in this sort of envisionment of the backyard barbecue and the backyard entertaining, what I've done is I've taken a collection of mismatched old pieces of antique milk glass and then used the same flowers differently in each one of the varying arrangements. So you have simple and fun for the kids, you guys to put together, and then for Mom when she sits down at the end of the day, or Dad when he sits down at the end of the day, just having some fun, plopping some florals and things like that. It's simple little things that make our guests welcome.
And what you're telling me here, Sean, is, I mean, these are items that you have around the house for the most part, right? So you just got to use your creativity a little bit here.
That's correct. That's correct. And like with the photograph on the picture in the back, it's just simple. I mean, big buckets of mixed beverages if you don't want to go the punch route, but it looks pretty.
Oh, yeah, it looks really
and
nice.
everybody likes it, you know, and they're not in fashion anymore. Well, maybe after today they might be, but they're not in fashion anymore. So for me, it kind of like, it just repurposes other things. It speaks of yesteryear and family, and we just have a chance to put those things together when we celebrate in the backyard. So fun flowers, really advanced or really simple with the kids, found items and garage sailing with the family, and then something as simple, like I said, as this little cheese tray.
That looks really nice. And when you're talking about the flowers, is there a certain type of flower that you think really pops and is one to go to for something like this in the backyard?
All of this grows in my backyard.
Looks great.
All of this comes from somewhere else.
Okay.
So when you're starting off your garden in the beginning of the summer, think about plants that you can use for entertaining. So hydrangea are simple. You can't kill hydrangea. And then just some different colored daisies. It's pretty and simple.
Very colorful.
This one is a little more exotic. So here we've got lotus pods, poppy pods, blue delphinium, yellow roses, and then just a little bit of moss and things. And then do things differently.
Yeah, this is really cool right here.
Flower arrangements, sometimes you think of, you know, a bubble bowl, they come out. I like to do it in. It becomes more intricate, it becomes more loving and sweet, and then also, because of the moss, you can flood the bottom with water. These will last almost a week at home.
And then when they're inside, you have to actually peer through.
Right.
You know, so
Or, again,
something mystical about it.
Cocktail height, you know, you're right at it and you can see what's happening. And I like that, sort of the throwback to the old style terrarium, but not made with living plants, with just clipping from the garden. And again, there's some stock in here and just mini green hydrangeas, just very inexpensive things that you can play with. And just, you know, even the kids like to do this because it's all different. Nothing is uniform. And that collection of unique and different pieces speak of what the family is doing and welcomes the guest to the backyard.
How much did you spend on doing something like this?
17,000. No. I want to say I spent about, well, this was free because it's in the backyard.
Okay.
The punch bowl and glasses I got at a junk store in Alpharetta, and I think I paid $8 for the whole thing.
Wow.
And we do a punch display at some of the events that I do, so we'll have 8 or 9 punch bowls.
Yeah.
And, you know, examples of what's around. And then these flowers here were like $60. And you can go to Wholesale Flowers and my friends at Halls now by the Pond City Market, and you can get really good flowers there. But for small entertaining at home, trip to Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. These markets have great flowers at inexpensive prices.
Sean, you know, our friends at home are saying, why haven't they tried the punch? We have to try the punch.
We have to try the punch.
Okay.
Let me come back around.
All right, I'll let you take charge of that.
So whether it's good or not, you have to smile when you're drinking it, right?
And what did you put in the punch again?
The punch is pineapple juice.
Okay.
Cranberry juice.
All right, I have to smile regardless, right?
Regardless.
Okay.
Lemonade, and then a little chunk of pineapple, and then that shrimp ring.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Very nice.
Not for breakfast, but for Dad.
Yes, that's. We'll save that for Dad. Yeah. That's delicious. Cheers.
It's simple.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, and it'll keep you hydrated during the summer.
I'm going to enjoy this entire punch bowl. I'll let you work on this right here. Okay.
I'll do that part.
Okay.
And you look at that part.
All right, Sean O'Keefe. Thanks so much.
Pleasure,
Always
sir.
a pleasure.
Always
You have
nice to see you.
Great ideas.
Thank
guys.
you so much.
We have more entertaining tips for you coming up this half hour. We're talking now food after the break. How to wow your guests by taking traditional dishes to the next level. It is right after the break, right here on Public Affairs on Peach.